Welcome to Frequency Medicine, the podcast for intuitive women, empaths, energy healers, and seekers who are ready to come home to their bodies, regulate their nervous systems, and fully embody their sacred gifts. I'm your host, Fiona Waddell, transformational energy healer, medical intuitive, and guide for women walking the path of self-reclamation and energetic mastery. Each week we dive into the frequencies that shape our healing, our intuition, and our expansion. And today we're diving into the earth-born frequencies, the crystalline allies that amplify our energy, protect our fields, and remind us that we were never meant to do this alone. So let's talk about crystals, copper, and orgonite, not as trendy objects, but as energetic allies that support real transformation. See, frequency medicine isn't just what we feel emotionally or spiritually. It's a tangible force. It's physics, it's vibration, and our bodies are constantly interacting with everything around us, including stones and metals. When your body feels safe and supported, your nervous system can rest. Your intuition can rise and your soul can begin to do the work it came here to do. So let's look at crystals. Crystals have been used by cultures across the world for healing, guidance, and protection, from the jade of ancient China to the lapis lazuli of Egypt to the obsidian mirrors used by Mayan shamans. Crystals are formed over thousands, sometimes millions of years under intense heat and pressure. That alone should tell us something. These are beings of deep earth memory, shaped by time, geology, and energy. From a scientific perspective, the structure of a crystal is highly ordered. That means it holds and transmits energy in a stable and repeatable way. Look at quartz, for example. I always mess this word up, guys, piezoelectric. When you compress it, it generates an electrical current. That's why we use quartz in our watches, phones, and even medical equipment. So when we place a crystal near our body or in our field, we're introducing a stable vibration, and one that reminds our own energy field of what balance feels like. I'm always saying to students in my crystals and chakra class that if you're sitting there trying to assess if your chakra is overactive or underactive, I don't work in the blocked energy. It's either overactive or underactive, sluggish or like running off to the races. Instead of sitting around spending all this time, slap a crystal in it, because a crystal is already set at the frequency of that particular chakra or close to it and will start to align that energy. Then you can start figuring out the bits and pieces that you need to work on. So amethyst is known to support intuition and soothe the nervous system. Why? Its frequency is gentle but highly stabilizing, making it perfect for overthinkers or neurospicy people, sensitive people who want to feel safe while opening up. It's great to pop under your pillow too if you're having some nightmares. It helps calm the energy. Citrine, one of my faves, carries the energy of clarity, abundance, and empowerment. It resonates with the solar plexus, your inner sun, your center of will and confidence. I often suggest citrine to clients who are reclaiming their voice after years of dimming their light, or if they work in retail or any shops, because it's also known as a shopkeeper stone. When I was a general manager of a loose leaf tea shop, I used to keep citrine, jade, and hematite in the till drawer. And I can remember my district manager coming in and just being like, what are these stones doing here? And I'm like, well, that they're here to shift the energy. Like, for goodness sakes, I was in a shopping mall. I was across from a store that used to be called Green Earth. I'm like, I was over there buying stones and popping them in the till, and we had great sales. We weren't like the top in the region, but we had definitely, I had turned around the store, and I genuinely believe a part of that was the energy in the till. It was protected and safe. Then there's black tourmaline is the ultimate protector. It doesn't just block energy, it transmutes it, and that's what we want. That means it takes chaotic, dense, or heavy energy, or we call negative, and repatterns it into something more neutral. So these stones are not passive objects. They have a frequency. They're participants in your healing journey. If we want to go a little deeper, let's jump into science and the science of entrainment. Entrainment is when one vibrating system begins to sync with another. It happens all the time. Your heart entrains to calming music. Your breath syncs with someone you're close to. And your brain waves shift when exposed to certain sounds or frequencies. Crystals work the same way. When you hold a crystal, your energy field begins to resonate with its frequency. That's why I say slap a crystal on it, like a tuning fork striking against another. This isn't metaphorical, guys. It's measurable in subtle energy testing. The same way we pick up meridian points and acupressure points, they can actually measure the energy of these points in our body. So why wouldn't crystals be any different? If your field is chaotic or scattered, crystals offer a gentle invitation to return to coherence. That's why I love using crystals in a very neutral way. Just put it in there. You don't have to believe. The crystals don't care if you believe or not. They're just gonna balance the frequency. They're not emotionally involved in this. They're not codependent. They just carry a frequency and they will subtly change things. And it doesn't require a dark night of the soul or like you curled up in the fetal position, reliving like memories from a little child. Now that's crystals. The other area is copper. Love me some copper. A true powerhouse in energy work, guys. Copper has been revered since ancient times. In Ayurvedic medicine, it was used to purify water. In alchemy, copper was associated with Venus, the planet of beauty, connection, and magnetism. But more than just symbolic, copper is one of the best conductors on Earth. Mm. It's all about energy, guys. It doesn't just carry electricity, it carries intention. So, let me give you some real life examples from my practice. I once had a client who was struggling with chronic fatigue and brain fog. We had done sessions before, but this time I placed a copper rod under the table aligned with her spine. Within minutes, her energy field began moving in waves. She described the sensation as like a light storm, like just sparks everywhere. And the release she experienced was profound. And copper had helped opening her channels. In my own practice, I often spiral copper wire around my manifestation candles or crystal grids. Why? Because copper amplifies. It's a circuit builder, linking your energy with the earth and the quantum field simultaneously. If you ever saw me at shows or fairs or events, especially ones where I knew I was going to be super busy, I always wore my copper bracelets. Mm. Copper is especially helpful for people who feel energetically stuck, like the charge is there but not flowing. It gets things moving again. Why? Because copper doesn't care what you think. Copper just does the job. It's not involved with you. It doesn't have the same hang-ups of the baggage that we have. It just does the job. Now, another layer of this is the mysterious Orgonite, energy alchemy. If you've ever seen a pyramid with metal and sparkly bits in resin and wondered, what the heck is this? Like, come on, guys, what is this new toy? What are they like? Like, really, that's just a bunch of resin and sparkly stuff. Why am I buying that? Why are they trying to like push this on me? What's this snake oil? Well, welcome to Orgonite, often misunderstood. So, Orgonite is based on the work of Wilhelm Reich, who coined the term orgone energy, a life force energy similar to chi, prana, or the ether. Modern Orgonite is a blend of resin, which shrinks as it cures, creating constant pressure. Okay, guys, constant pressure, that's the key. That's why we have the resin. Then we have the metal shavings, which conduct energy. Usually it's copper. Hint, hint. Then we have quartz, or one of the part of the quartz family, which harmonizes and stabilizes energy. And from what we said earlier, we know that quartz under pressure can create electricity. So that's the piezoelectric effect. I have to say that one slowly every time, guys. And I've been saying it for years, meaning it literally generates charge when it's under pressure. It becomes a scalar energy transformer. Big words, big words. So essentially, it helps to neutralize negative frequencies in your environment. It transmutes. It's great and it's potent. I've placed Orgonite in my healing space for several years. When clients walk in, they immediately comment on how calm or clear the energy feels. Now, granted, whenever you come into my space, I also have about 1,000,000 stones in here too, but there is a draw towards my Orgonite pyramids. I keep one by my laptop and one on my altar. Some clients have used Orgonite to sleep deeper. You can use it to reduce EMF sensitivity, clear mood swings or brain fog, support spiritual downloads during meditation, or to amplify self-love. Think of it like an energetic air filter, pulling in density, transmuting it, radiating a cleaner, clearer field. Now, if we want to get even more into this, and I have a feeling this is going to have to be another podcast, is throw in sacred geometry, and we're working with energy on a whole new level. So I want to take a moment to honor that crystals and metals are part of indigenous wisdom traditions worldwide. This isn't just a Western world science thing. From African healers using malachite to shamans in South America working with obsidian, to my background to druids and Celtic traditions using quartz and granite. The earth has always been our healer. And when we work with these tools respectfully, we are reconnecting to something ancient and deeply human. In metaphysics, we know that matter is not solid. It's mostly space and vibration. So when you hold a stone, you're not just touching a rock, you're connected to information. You are having a vibrational conversation, and your nervous system remembers that language. Here are a few creative ways you can begin using these tools in your everyday healing. Crystal body layouts. Lie down and place crystals on each chakra point. Use amethyst on the crown, sodalite on the third eye, rose quartz on the heart. Start there. Or if you're absolutely baffled on what stone's which, just use amethyst. It's the purple stone. You can use it for all your chakra points with the intention, because amethyst is my go-to for everything. It's like Frank's hot sauce. You put that stuff on everything. Amethyst is a master stone, which you can program with intention. You don't need to clear amethyst. It clears and purifies other stones. So if you're like, I don't know all these different stone names, get yourself a bunch of amethyst. And then you program one saying, I want you to be for love. I want you to be for protection. I want you to be for confidence. And just program one. So you can do the same. I want you for this chakra, for this chakra. Program it for each one. Then just lay there with this crystal body layout and let yourself entrain. Now remember, entrain means coming into alignment for 10 to 15 minutes. Put some calming music on, chill out, get comfy. Second way to add this into your system is copper water. Store water overnight in a copper vessel and drink it in the morning. It's said to balance all three doshas in Ayurvedic medicine, gentle conduit for subtle energy and shifting throughout the body. Now, the only caveat I have is if you have any health conditions and you're concerned about drinking copper water, use your free will, your sovereign energy, go talk to a doctor to see if it's safe. Because I'm not going to spout gospel, folks. If I say something and I say this is one way to use it, and you go use it and something happens, if you're please use your free will. Um, I love copper water. I have it once in a while. It's very energizing for me. But I know there are a few rare conditions where drinking out of a copper cup, or I have a copper thermos in my situation, may not work for you. So please do your research. Third way is Orgonite near pets and plants. So pets are highly sensitive to energy, so try placing Orgonite near their beds and see how their behavior shifts. Same with the plants. You may see an acceleration with growth and vibrancy. Fourth way is copper and crystal jewelry. This is my go-to. Wear a copper necklace or a bracelet with a small quartz point during your healing sessions or when you're doing your work. It can keep you grounded while amplifying clarity, and it's also protective. So if you're in an environment where you're working potentially with people who are low vibe, got their things going on, copper is amazing. And fifth is EMF balancing grid. Place 4 Orgonite pyramids in the corner of your bedroom or workspace to create a harmonized energy field. Add black tourmaline to the center for added protection. I actually have a black tourmaline pyramid and I keep that by my door, but that's also where my desk is, my laptop. Yeah, and you can also couple that with, I also use shungite as well as an EMF protector, which is phenomenal. So you are an energy system, a transmitter, a receiver, a living resonance of light and form. And just like instruments need tuning, so do we. Crystals help us remember coherence. That's alignment, guys, with our waves. Copper gets our circuits flowing. Orgonite clears the static. These are not tools of escapism, guys. They are anchors of remembrance. They remind us that healing is not about adding more. It's about returning to what's always been. This is not new stuff. So today, I invite you to listen, hold a stone, one that you're drawn to, wrap your hands in copper. You can get it at almost any home hardware store. Sit in stillness near a pyramid of Orgonite and just listen. Let your body hum. Let your intuition rise. Let the earth speak. So if this episode resonated with you, if you're ready to deepen and go further in your energy work and learn more and start working from the inside out, explore frequency medicine and unlock your intuitive gifts, I offer Unlock Academy. It's only $33 a month. It's a membership, and it's where I teach all of this and more in real time every Thursday evening Eastern Time, alongside a beautiful community of intuitive, heart-led women. You also have access to 15 courses that I've taught in the past that are in there that deal with tarot, psychic development, mediumship, angels, pendulums. It's all in there. Explore the courses, have fun with the guided meditations and journals, and you can reclaim your power. You can find it in the notes below www.fionawaddell.ca/unlock academy. So until next time, keep trusting your body, honor your intuition, and remember you are frequency, you are medicine, you are the miracle. See you in the next episode, guys.